Hello, fellow Imperials. Today I'm bringing you the review of a MOC that I created shortly ago. As I just filled my cup back up real quick, sorry about that. I'm going to bring you guys a review of a MOC that I created shortly ago. And I think this MOC is terrific. I think it has some very strong points. I feel like it has some very weak points. And we're going to see why it was destroyed in the end of episode 3. So, getting into it here, I'm going to shift this across carefully and try not to break it as I shift it. We have the Jedi Archive, and I will say this set is beautiful. As you guys can see right here, just looking at the translucent blue, white, and light blue that I have that built these bookcases, it just looks incredible. It is literally what you want. Granted, it was a lot of pain, just like the Dagobah set that it was just released, to build this. It was very frustrating to put this together. I'm going to rotate this around here so you guys can see it just a little bit better, and I'm going to get into it here. So it's a modular build. It costs about $170 plus shipping for all of this, and it's honestly really good. I've talked to the builder of this set. I will put his name right here. But I've talked to him. I've given him a lot of feedback about the set. Obviously, no one had built this yet. What I decided to, and I don't think he built it in person either, but it is definitely cool. I do like taking chances and just building things. And there are some parts in this build that require you to have faith. For instance, when you're building the bookcases, they're not built up and down. They're built right to left. And it was definitely challenging. A lot of these white pieces you see here, like the thicker white pieces, are pieces he used to support the bookcases. The architecture from like the helmet down here to the pillar, all of it requires a little bit of faith to put together. So like the pieces here that make this balcony are very fragile when you're building them. Once you have them built, it's very secure for the most part. Some of the issues I have with the set is, for instance, like if I grab this piece right here and move it, I can pull this entire piece off because this is all just one piece. And the only connection points that exist on this is right here at the base, right here where my pointer finger is, and then up top here where these panels come across the top. There are things that I would do with this set to make it more secure. So for instance, instead of using a 2x4 and a 2x1 or a 2x2 and another 2x4, I would use like a 2x8 and then put two 2x1s in the end. Or here, same thing. I mean, I'd use a 2x8 to link all three of them together. Or same thing with these parts in the middle here. I would use two 2x1s and then a 2x6 or whatever would go in the middle here, a flat plate. Just because it's not the strongest build on the planet. I've already had this thing fall apart on me once as I was trying to display it. So as far as that goes, the upper area is definitely more fragile. It may take you a couple times to just get it secure. The other thing is that this wall right here is all one piece. Like I can just grab this and go boop, and it's off. So it's supposed to connect to other wall segments you make. But with the instructions, you can only, when you make the instructions, you build the entire thing. So inherently, you can't, what I might ask the builder to do is make a second mod that is just this, and the table. Because he includes the instructions for this and the table. The problem is that when you buy the parts, it buys them for everything. So if he makes another Bricklink mod, then maybe it would make more sense to do that. But yeah, the way it works is you just sit it there and you just get it angled right like that, and you put it back down, and they just sit next to each other. They don't connect. I think one of the things that would also improve this set greatly is right here on the back. I think if he put a Technic piece that connects either in the middle or extends this wall over just a little bit so they can connect to each other, I think that'd be really cool. It would support each other really well. But just little things that I may go do myself and see how it goes. As far as it goes for like what this would be doing, you would build 5 or 6 of these to create the Jedi Archive. I do want to do that. I don't have space to build 5 or 6 more of these, but I will surely try to build at least one more so I can have another side, or I can have 2 next to each other I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. Because I think if I build it like this, it would look really cool. But I think if you walk into like my living room and you see this and there's clones and a battle happening, that'd be really cool for a display piece. And then you could put like a plaque that says like Order 66. That'd be really sick. It's just something that I'm playing with over. The two things that I love the most about this build, though, well, three, is, like I said, the library pieces are beautiful, even if they are fragile, the price they pay. And the architecture pieces they did here for this balcony, beautiful. Literally beautiful. And then another thing is the table. The table is very unique. I will tell you that when you build a table, it is weak. It is terribly weak, and it doesn't hold together well. But what I did is I ended up taking pieces that I had, and I actually reinforced mine. So initially it's just like a 1x8 down the middle, and that's about it. But what I did is I took the top of like what would be like a droid head, and this one's blank, and I put it underneath to support the middle, so there's something there. Because what happened is you would put things on top and they would fall out of the middle, and that's really frustrating. So there would definitely need to be more supports. I understand that for the build purposes, he's looking for a underneath for the table, but unfortunately with Lego, you need to have supports. So either more plates need to be put underneath, or you need to give it some connection to the base. On top, we have these lights and this holo projector, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty solid build. It's definitely cool. All flattened, plated off, looks beautiful as like a table. And then underneath, what I did, like I said, is I took this droid piece and put it in the middle for middle support, and then I put multiple 2x1s and a 2x4 gray with these rounded pieces on the bottom to support it, just because it needs that support. Otherwise, it just won't sit right. And so what you do, you just take it, line it up, put it back down, and it's done. Perfect. As well with the table pieces, also, I mentioned this with this piece, having been able to build them modularly. This table piece, you only need 3 or 4 of them to build like a 8x8 reference for the archive. You don't need them for every build. So you could make it cheaper if you just didn't order those parts. But I may recommend to the builder to put out 3 or 4 different of these to allow people to pick and choose which one they build. You make it a lot more affordable and just a lot better in general. And then the last thing is there's these chairs that are really cool because like they're all one piece. They have no connection points on the bottom, but you can like leave them flipped over. You can have them on their side. You can have them thrown away or have them sitting like normal. So you can build an Order 66 MOCs fairly easily. I have a bunch of Luke Skywalkers from the Death Trooper attack, or the Dark Trooper attack set. So what I did is I took one of Anakin's outfits and I gave him a blue lightsaber, and now he is Anakin from Order 66. So that's pretty cool, neat little figure I made there. If I really want to order an Anakin head, I can. But yeah, that's the MOC. That was a mouthful. Like I said, there are parts of it that aren't great. For me, as far as like being a collector and builder, this honestly is really cool. I think if the strength portions of this build were fixed, I think this build would be incredible. Honestly, even if like you put it like right here, it'd be really cool because then it would just like attach to this piece. Sorry, I'm playing with this while I'm doing the video, which is not the goal here. As far as it goes for like what you all should expect when you build this is not a playset. You are not building this to play with it by any means. This is very much a display only, and that is its sole purpose. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're not a fan of building sets because they're displays, then this set probably isn't for you. But if you're looking to make an Order 66 MOC, this thing is honestly a must-have if you're building a Jedi Temple. Or if you're just building the Jedi Temple in general, this is a perfect design to use. Just keep in mind, like I said, the fragile pieces, and then also right here, yeah, this piece right here. This piece doesn't connect to anything. So, like I said, these plates don't connect, and this part, not all of them, it's just this one, and I think it might just be a little bit of an oversight, but this piece right here just falls out of here, just sits there, which doesn't make much sense to me personally. So what I would recommend is, like I said, take a 1x8 and connect it to the white piece on that level, and then use like other pieces, or maybe put another white book piece in there and put it in there so it'll sit. Otherwise, you're gonna be like me and you just sit it in there. But yeah, overall, it's a great build. It's phenomenally beautiful if you put any light next to it. So if you like lighting up your sets, this would be a beautiful one to light up. And as always, I've been LEGO Empire. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.